by Extreme Motors. You're watching WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois' first and only high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
Good evening, I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Well, the rain is starting to pull out of Peoria, but the flood concerns remain well intact as we've seen at least some areas across central Illinois picking up several inches of rain today. The rain now beginning to push out of Peoria, but it still continues for Bloomington normal, but we are beginning to clear out a bit out west. Your forecast first, still expecting some hit and miss rain showers through about 8 o'clock. Could see a passing shower at midnight as well, but overall things will be clearing out through early tomorrow morning as temperatures drop off into the lower 60s. While we do have a break on the way, we're going to be dealing with flooding on and off throughout the weekend. I'll have that full forecast and more coming up. But your news starts right now.
Tonight, live from Pekin, where floodwaters are forcing people from their homes.
It should also give us hope that on the many issues with which we grapple, often painfully, real change is possible.
Same-sex marriage now legal in all 50 states. A reaction from advocates for equal rights here in the land of Lincoln.
And slowly moving toward a shutdown, the state prepares for what's to come after Governor Rauner vetoed most of the state's budget bills. But first, flood levels rising across central Illinois tonight, with counties taking action to keep you safe.
We're bringing you team coverage tonight of the flooding dangers hitting central Illinois. We start in Pekin, where meteorologist Rachel Kay joins us now live. Rachel, looks like flooding even affecting people farther off of the river.
Paul and Maria, yeah, the flooding on 2nd Street in Pekin actually started earlier this afternoon when 2 manhole covers blew without warning. One man showed me a video from his phone, which we're working to get to you guys at home. It actually looked more like a flash flood than the slow rising water we've been seeing along the river. Water was spilling into homes, and the Pekin Fire Department had to come out to rescue people on rafts.
It was crazy. Like, water just started flowing up, went all the way up to our porch. Cars got stuck. People were in rafts.
I seen a life raft going down there, and they were hauling it back and forth. I don't know if there was anybody on it because it was pouring down rain, but that's as far as I know.
Now, water went down earlier, but it's actually been rising again since we got down here about an hour ago. Right now, you're looking at the flooding on Jane Street, which is at a slightly lower elevation. The city has a pump to help with the situation, but the water clearly is not draining. This block is under an evacuation notice right now, and the fire department did come by with rafts earlier, but we've still seen a lot of homeowners outside in the weather, and some of them have wanted to talk to us, but others are stranded by the flooding. Live in Pekin, Rachel Kay, WMBD News. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Rachel. Moving on now to Mason County, but we're joined in studio by WMBD's Shane Gustafson.
And Shane, how are people along the river there dealing with the rising water?
Well, Maria and Paul, they're preparing for the worst. A park in the city of Havana is already underwater, but they haven't seen any major damage yet. But the flooding has already closed several streets and created problems for emergency crews.
We're at Mother Nature's wrath.
Fire officials in the city of Havana are continuing to deal with the rising river. The city hasn't seen much damage to homes so far, but the rising water is closing streets, creating other problems.
One of the issues that we run into is that we've got to go about 14 miles, I think, out of the way that you'd normally take to get back around to where, there would be an emergency response.
The rising water has already swallowed the riverfront park, leaving parts of that area unreachable. The fire department says that's the only damage to town so far. Even though the city of Havana only has to worry about a park that's underwater, some people down the river are starting to worry about their homes.
It's come up so much in I've watched it the last day, it's come up another foot or so. So yeah, at this point here, it's a little worrisome.
James Ippolito lives with his friend just outside of town. He tells me that he's watched the water rise every day. Where there used to be 16 steps leading from the house to the water, now there's only one.
Unless, it just quits tonight, I'm sure it's going to rise another, I'm not sure, but my guess would be it's going to rise another foot or so.
If the water keeps rising at that rate, it'll eventually end up inside their home. Ippolito says if it gets that bad, they'll be forced to get out.
One thing to do is leave, evacuate and try to get the stuff out that you can, and just evacuate and hope for the best.
And even though the city of Havana doesn't normally see damage from flooding, people have started sandbagging around their homes. They say they're prepared for the water to rise even higher. Continuing our team coverage tonight, I'm joined by Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Chris, I just covered the flooding in Mason County. What can you tell us about the current flood levels in Peoria?
Well, the waters are hopefully going to begin to level off here, Shane, as at least that's what we're forecasting, as the heaviest rain has stayed generally to our south. But today we're still seeing flash flood warnings basically stretching from Fulton County all the way out towards McLean County. That is going to continue through 7:45 tonight. Now, this does clip southern portions of Peoria where some of the heaviest rain has fallen. Radar is indicating that 1 to 3 inches of rain has fallen generally just 2 hours south. But we do have a flash flood watch in effect for our southern portions of our viewing area, including Peoria and Bloomington Normal, Canton and Havana and Lincoln through 10 p.m. tonight. Now, here's the river level flood concerns. We do have numerous flood warnings continuing all up and down the Illinois River. More flood warnings in place across Livingston County, including Pontiac. They have received an upwards of 1 to 3 inches of rain just today alone. Now, the river level currently sitting a little over 26.5 feet. The good news is we're projecting it to remain pretty level here as we go through tonight, and then it'll gradually taper off through next week. But this is still at a moderate flood stage through all of next week. In fact, we may not even see the rivers completely recede for another couple weeks, assuming we don't get rain after the next 24 to 48 hours. Unfortunately, we are going to see more rain as we go into Sunday, and that forecasting, at least the river level, does not include what could fall on Sunday. Now, as far as the wettest Junes, we're already number 2. If we pick up about another inch of rain before the end of this month, this will be the wettest June on record. We have more rain in the forecast. I'll show you that forecast and more coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Chris. For complete coverage of severe weather in central Illinois, you can, of course, head to our website, ciproud.com.
This ruling is a victory for America.
I think that this is an incorrect ruling. I honestly think it should be left up to the states if government should be involved in marriage at all.
In a 5-4 vote, the justices of the Supreme Court today said states cannot ban same-sex marriage. President Obama hailing the ruling. Opposition, like Alabama Governor Robert Bentley, saying they believe the decision should be left within the states. Now, after the ruling was announced, people celebrated outside the Supreme Court. And people right here in central Illinois are weighing in too. Vice presidents of the Peoria Proud organization are speaking out, saying they're happy the right decision was made. Although Illinois already allows same-sex marriage, they say it allows couples to relocate and have their marriage be acknowledged everywhere, and is a major step in the right direction for the LGBT community.
Fundamentally, you know, for our day-to-day lives, it doesn't change anything as a resident of Illinois, but it is a major win, because I don't believe that if we're one nation, we shouldn't have rules that arbitrarily apply. Like, I shouldn't be able to cross a state boundary and be treated completely differently.
In some states, couples can get a marriage license as soon as today, but in other states there might be delays. States can no longer, however, decide against it. And there is a local celebration about to get started at the Gateway Building downtown as well in Peoria.
A story from our Capitol newsroom tonight. It's back to the drawing board for lawmakers after the governor vetoed 19 budget bills. Speaker Mike Madigan is planning to use next Tuesday as a day of testimony. The Committee of the Whole will hear from the Rauner administration. Madigan says they will listen to how the governor's office plans to implement the, quote, governor's shutdown. Advocates of those impacted are also expected to speak.
The Peoria Riverfront Museum is seeing a profit for the first time since it opened. We'll tell you the key to their success coming up.
And nearly a half inch of rain has fallen today. Are we tracking any more rain moving into the area before the end of June? It could end up being one of the wettest Junes or the wettest June on record. We'll have that forecast and more coming up. Don't go away.
You're watching WMBD News at 6 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast, and Kurt Fegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois Proud.
The big deal right now is at Green Chevrolet. You can buy a brand new 2015 LS Cruise for only $16,499. Now, if you got to finance it and the payment scares you, then lease it. You can lease an LT for $139 a month.
Or take $5,000 off a 2015 Equinox, and not just 8 or not just 10, but $12,000 off a Silverado LTZ, making it just $36,000, and that just happened.
You got to go green.
At Whitaker's, it's all about choices. You can create your own one-of-a-kind furniture pieces, so you pick your style. You select your species of wood: red oak, maple, white oak, elm, hickory, or cherry, and then you choose your stain and hardware. American-made furniture you can't find anywhere else. It's built to last and affordably priced. Shop Whitaker's in Hudson, just minutes north of Bloomington, where you always have more choices.
Get up and go to your Central Illinois Honda dealer, because there's no better time to save on the Honda Accord. Packed with features like forward collision warning, lane departure warning, and multi-angle rear view camera, the competition doesn't even come close. No wonder Accord is the KBB 2015 Best Buy of the Year. The 2015 Accord for only $199 a month is for a limited time only. So get up and go to your Central Illinois Honda dealer. Visit centralilhondadealers.com.
Brought to you by Grossinger Motors.
At Grossinger Motors, we brought in a new team that's focused on serving our neighbors. With over 250 of the vehicles you want most. No games or gimmicks.
Right now, you can drive a 2015 C300 for just $379 per month, or lease the all-new GLK 350 for only $419 per month.
So stop by and visit our new staff in sales and service today. We'll be happy to show you how convenient and affordable owning a new Mercedes-Benz can be. At Grossinger Motors in Bloomington, Normal.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's chief meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Well, while the rain continues to lighten up here in Peoria, it is still coming down at least at a light to moderate clip in portions of Normal. This is Normal, courtesy of our Cook's Auto Body Skycam. Folks, we're going to be dealing with this rain at least for the next couple of hours. While it is going to lighten up as we go through tonight, we will still looking at a chance for some showers on and off through early tomorrow morning, mainly about thinking it's all going to wrap up about 2 a.m. for Bloomington Normal. But we are seeing just more of the hit or miss variety of some showers popping up now near Peoria. The heaviest rain now beginning to shift off to the east, but we have seen some moderate to heavy rainfall accumulations just along and south of 74. Generally, 1 to 3 inches of rain has been observed in areas like Delavan, at least just west of there. 1.7 inches. You get closer to Peoria, this is not the airport. The airport is just under a half an inch, but in downtown Peoria, nearly 3/4 of an inch of rain is estimated by the radar, and you get west of Bloomington. Over 2.5 inches of rain has been estimated to have fallen there, and this is why we have this flash flood warning in effect, stretching from out west all the way out through Bloomington Normal until 7:45 p.m. this evening, and a flash flood watch remaining in effect until 10 o'clock. Now let's take you north into Livingston County. Just to the east of Pontiac, nearly 3.5 inches of rain is estimated to have fallen, and they're still seeing rain coming down at a moderate clip here in portions of Livingston County. But the storm system is finally beginning to pull away. We're starting to see some dry air working into areas like Galesburg and up near Kewanee. That trend will continue as dry air begins to settle in and low pressure pulls on out. So skies will remain a bit cloudy tonight. We will see some hit or miss showers, but by tomorrow, a lot of sunshine expected. But then here comes the next system, and with it, another chance of rain. And the river level forecast only goes out to the next 24 hours. Since we're not expecting any rain tomorrow, river levels are expected to continue to drop. However, with rain coming in on Sunday, that could keep our river level steady, if not even force it to rise a little bit more. So we'll be watching Sunday very closely. So Future Track is pulling the rain out through this evening. A few hit and miss showers certainly possible through about midnight for the Peoria area. For Bloomington Normal, it might take another few hours after that. Temperatures down into the lower 60s for many here in Peoria, 61. Tomorrow, after some morning clouds, we're going to see some afternoon sun. Look for high temperatures to be right back into the mid to upper 70s. Now here's the extended forecast. We'll get a nice day tomorrow. Unfortunately, we cannot keep the rain away for too long. Looking for widely scattered showers and storms on Sunday afternoon. Some of them could produce some heavy rain and could throw Peoria over that threshold for this being the wettest June on record. And then the rain continues straight into early next week. Hopefully looking ahead to the 4th, we can stay dry, but Marie, we are tracking yet another system that could impact our holiday plans. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, despite the weather, the Riverfront Museum expected to turn a profit this year. What that means for the downtown attraction's future. It's next.
Here's something new. Announcing the Sign and Ride event at your local Ford stores, where you pay $0 down, $0 due at signing, and $0 first month's payment on select new Ford models. It's never been easier to get into America's best-selling brand. So come get behind the wheel of the capable Explorer or the smart and innovative Escape. Now during the Sign and Ride event, lease an Explorer or Escape with 0 down, 0 do it signing, and 0 first month's payment. Hurry to the Sign and Ride event, only at your local Ford stores.
At Green Ford, we are all about goals.
Our biggest goal is getting you into the perfect car. Take up to $11,000 off the 2015 F-150s, $12,000 off the F-250s, 2014 Expeditions, $14,000 off, or $6,000 off the 2015s.
And right now, take $4,000 off a 2015 Mustang and $7,000 off the new 2015 Taurus. And don't forget about our Fusions, Focuses, Escapes, and many more.
Score big at Green Ford. Where nobody beats a Green Ford deal, you gotta go to Green.
At Ameren, Illinois, our focus is on delivering reliable energy and helping you use less of it at home. Thanks to incentives for upgrading insulation, rebates for replacing inefficient refrigerators, and other programs, over 500,000 customers have already reduced their energy use. Using less and saving more. That's something every family can appreciate, including mine. Ameren, Illinois, energy at work.
Don't be left out in the cold this summer and miss out on our best deal.
Announcing the Mike Miller Mitsubishi Summer Freeze. Drive interest-free Mitsubishis like the new Outlander Sport. 0% interest for 72 months or only $179 a month.
So slide on in to Mike Miller Auto Parts before these cool deals melt away.
Come see us at Mike Miller Mitsubishi on Pioneer Parkway in Peoria or visit us online at MikeMillerMitsubishi.com.
It's a Mike Miller Minute.
The big parade of homes is coming up this weekend.
We always go.
I go. I want to go.
This is your chance to get inside beautiful new homes built by area home builders.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
In Illinois, it's the year of the budget deficit, particularly in Springfield. But for the first time, that's not the case for the Peoria Riverfront Museum.
The museum's seen a profit in its third year. WMBD's Hannah Hilliard talked with the museum's CEO today. She joins us now live in studio tonight. Hannah, what'd you find out?
Paul, Maria, with just a week left in its fiscal year, the numbers are looking pretty good. And even though it was a shaky beginning, the county, which owns the building, says the museum is right where it should be.
With a week out, I think we can safely say that we're going to end the year in the black.
In the black, for the first time since the museum opened in 2012. Well, for the 2015 fiscal year, the museum has met its income goal of $4 million and the attendance goal of 160,000 people.
It's great to see that attendance is up. It's great to see that they're going to finish the current year in the black.
But it's been a rough road.
I think it was expected, but also there was cause for concern.
In the last fiscal year, the museum brought in more than $1 million less than anticipated.
Which is not uncommon for new museums, but we're grateful to be on that track and to be sort of finding a business model and a method of engaging our public that seems to work here for this museum in this community.
But the museum CEO says they've found their groove.
Created areas of focus on that have drawn sort of niche markets, niche audiences in.
Bringing in those niche exhibits and programs for people to spend their whole day at the museum.
Right now we're doing Gearing Up for Dinosaurs because we have a big traveling dinosaur show coming in on July 11th. We're running Jurassic Park, and then we have an educational film about dinosaurs.
And County Administrator Scott Sorrell says the museum's success is also the region's success.
It really is an anchor in that part of downtown, in the community.
Well, speaking of niche audiences, tomorrow is Rumble Day at the museum, which means lots of fighting robots, and it also happens to be a free day at the museum. Maria?
Always a good thing. All right, thanks, Hannah. Well, some NFL players make a pit stop at a Peoria hospital. Kurt Pegler has sports up next.
Add style to your bathroom with a Pace vanity from Menards. Choose from the Charleston vanity, which features an ornate white raised panel design, or the Murano vanity with slow closed drawers and a satin black finish. Just $189 each. Right now, all Moen faucets are on sale. This Torrent single handle faucet with matching side sprayer comes in a chrome finish. Or choose this Soledad 2-handle high arc faucet, also in a chrome finish. Your choice, $89.
Save big money at Menards.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria, 10 minutes from anywhere.
Make the journey as extraordinary as the destination. The exquisitely designed Lexus ES and ES Hybrid. Unforgettable. Lease the 2015 ES 350 for $349 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
I'm outside. Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm in the Buick.
I don't see a Buick. Oh, got it.
Encore, the expectation-shattering crossover from Buick.
Wow.
Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $750 purchase bonus cash on the 2015 Encore. See your Central Illinois Buick dealer.
Illinois is at a crossroads. Mike Madigan and the politicians he controls refuse to change. They're saying no to spending discipline, no to job-creating economic reforms, no to term limits. All they want is higher taxes. Again.
Change in Springfield isn't easy, but you didn't send me here to do what's easy. With your help, I'm going to keep fighting to grow our economy and fix our broken state government.
Who says desirable can't also be responsible? With 46 standard safety features, the Lexus RX is proof that fun can be good for you. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 RX 350 for $399 a month for 36 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Principles should never be compromised. The Cadillac 2015 SRX. A crossover with space, safety, and style. Lease it from around $339 a month for 24 months.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Pegler.
Sean Livingston is back in Oakland tonight, but he made a quick stop to Peoria this week to celebrate his NBA championship with his family and close friends. And Sean stopped by our studio, still smiling ear to ear. A week after his Golden State Warriors won the league title, the Peoria High Product says the excitement of winning a world championship probably won't wear off for a while.
Just going to sleep, champion. Waking up, champion. It's like, it's surreal. It's like, you walk by somebody on the street and, what's up, champ? And it's just like, yeah, we are the champions of the world.
That's right. Sean will be back in town next month. His basketball camp starts on July the 13th. Patients at the Children's Hospital of Illinois get a real surprise today when a handful of NFL players come to visit. They are in town for Colton Underwood's football camp, which benefits the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation tomorrow in Washington.
Wherever we're from, and we're all from different walks of life. That's the beauty of it, and everybody wants to give back to their community, and what Colton's doing here is special.
Tomorrow's football camp is sold out in Washington, but fans can come and watch. Well, tonight's Chiefs game has been rained out, but there's no stopping the popularity of the man that sang the national anthem at Dozer Park on Tuesday night. Dan Malloy has his story.
You might think soloist Jim Cornelison is living the dream, but not even he knew his career would lead him where it has.
I sang opera professionally for 12 years and I did all right, but there's no way any professional opera singer ever has in the back of their mind, hey, I'm going to be an anthem singer for a professional sports team.
From the Stanley Cup champion Chicago Blackhawks, Jim Cornelison.
Oh, say can you see?
He's brought the house down at the United Center for 8 seasons full-time, and now the tenor showcases his talents all over the place.
It's been really special to be involved in the community in a way that I could have never ever seen it on so many different levels if I had not had this opportunity to do the anthems for the Blackhawks.
Memorable venues include Bruce Rauner's inauguration, the 4A Boys Basketball Championship, and many, many more.
I think the electricians trade union had an event, I was at that. Some guy's wedding, even bar mitzvah, a funeral or two, believe it or not.
Our flag was still there.
His performances bring patriotic chills to the crowd, but that exchange actually goes both directions.
When I go out on that ice, when I walk off, I'm always jacked up. It just feels so good to be in the middle of so much really positive energy.
In Peoria, Dan Malloy, WMBD Sports.
Wow. Cubs and Cardinals square off at Busch Stadium tonight, and we'll have baseball highlights for you on Sports Extra 1020. Finally got a chance to meet Alex at the Children's Hospital. today, and guess what? He put on Mike Zimmer's Super Bowl runner-up ring, and look at that. Yes! That looks good on that young guy, huh?
He wears it like a champ.
Yeah, that's right.
You can almost put 2 fingers through the...
You might be able to put 2 fingers on that one, yeah.
All right, thanks, Kurt.
Okay.
Chris, back with the last Get Your Forecast right after this.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
Animal behavior is changing.
It doesn't just happen. Something caused this.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria. 10 minutes from anywhere.
Purchase your kitchen cabinets and vanities at UFS. Kitchen cabinets now 50% off. Bathroom vanities, including faucet, top, and base, only $159. UFS, famous for deals.
At Grossinger Motors, we brought in a new team that's focused on working hard to serve our neighbors. With a bigger selection, lower prices, no games or gimmicks. Plus, the Grossinger Advantage, our plan to make sure you're always satisfied, now and down the road. Right now, drive a new Impreza for just $21,400, or lease a new Forester for just $159 per month. So stop by and visit with our new staff in sales and service today. We're all dedicated to exceeding your expectations. At Grossinger Motors in Bloomington Normal.
Pekin area families are discovering the excellent care received for loved ones at the all-new Henderson Funeral Home and Crematory. The expandable chapel has seating for up to 350 guests, and there's a spacious community room with kitchenette for after-funeral meals and memorial services. There are no steps to climb and off-street parking for 100 cars. Pekin's only on-site cremation facility has fitting memorials for all. Greg and Marla welcome you to the new Henderson Funeral Home and Crematory in Pekin.
Garden Court at Liberty Village treats your loved one as a person who just happens to have Alzheimer's. We strive to protect their dignity. Our dedicated staff provides consistent care in an anxiety-free environment. Contact Garden Court today.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
All right, another wet one out there today.
Unfortunately, we still have some flash flood warnings in effect across portions of central Illinois through 7:45 tonight. This does include areas of Fulton County, also Tazewell County, and southern Peoria County, including Pekin, who saw the flash flooding with those manholes really kind of overflowing there, and then out towards Bloomington Normal as well. Flash flood watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. We'll get a nice day tomorrow, but that's just about it. More rain on the way through early next week. And when it's all said and done, this could end up being the wettest June on record. The current wettest June is in 1974.
Oh.
I know.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Right.
For a second, I thought that that was snow on Saturday. I forgot that it was 4th of July.
4th of July.
Maybe I should admit that, but I was like, what is that on there?
If it snows on 4th of July,
oh my gosh.
I will leave. I will bow out.
Yeah, I think we all would. All right, remember, we're always on air, online, and on the go.
And you can check out our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet.